Okay, I haven't made a video in quite a while, but I am back. I found a good opportunity to do it. I think, oh right, this was the one with, we're trying to find the murderer of a college professor, a law school professor. And, there's two girls. Yeah. Sorry, boss. I couldn't do it. You know, that little bit of advice you gave me. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I don't know exactly what you meant, but there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today. I'm just glad you remembered that. Now, how about relaxing a little? Something tells me you're not gonna be relaxed when I... Relaxed? Not gonna happen! Junie, she asked me to defend her because she believes in me. But I felt completely helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, I'd... Ah, right. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner it ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? I don't like this guy. Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? No, I can't lose it all. Not now. You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale. I can't just stand around here. I'm going to finish the investigation. Can it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic panties. I'm not eating that. Thanks, but I better get going. Save me one for when I get back. Girl! Apollo, you wait here. What? I need to see Junie at the detention center first. Right away. No, wait! I'm going with you. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I better go too. No problem. You two be careful. Still won't let me examine Charlie. Detention center. There's so much I need to ask Junie. What happened in court today? Where we go from here? Ah! Well now, fancy meeting you here. Oh, Professor Means. What brings you here? I'd give him a Greek accent, but I don't know what a Greek accent sounds like. I asked him to come. He arrived just a little before you. I wanted to ask him something, but first, Athena, I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Athena until just now. Yeah. No, I should be the one apologizing. The whole thing spiraled out of my control. Athena, Don't worry, I'll really bring it tomorrow. I'll find something to prove your innocence. About that... Athena... I've been thinking of asking Professor Means to defend me. Ah, Mr. Saul Goodman. Huh? Professor Saul Goodman? I myself only just heard of this a moment ago. Wait, that's it. Give him a Saul Goodman voice. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Oh, so he thinks Professor Means would be... No, I can't let this happen. Not with the way he wants to do things. Junie. I know, Athena, but will you please hear me out? Athena, do you actually think you or Robin could have committed this crime? I have an idea. Why not both you and Professor Means defender? More lawyers is better, right? The body was moved right before the mock trial. Besides Junie, they're the only ones who could move freely around the campus at that time. I'm sorry, Junie, but at this point, I can't rule them out. I was afraid you'd say that. Juniper is seeking a lawyer who can clear all three of their names. Only I am capable of such a feat. You see, I'm just don't have the right voice to do a Bob Odenkirk impression, but how can you possibly prove that all three of them are innocent? I'm a result-oriented person. Come tomorrow, I won't fail to have the perfect piece of evidence ready. For the end really does justify the means, especially for me, Professor Aristotle Means. Does it now? Does it now, huh? Do you think they were proud of this? Oh, I really don't like the sound of that. Everybody has rights. I truly believe that, for I am Phoenix Wright. I'm sorry, but just as you believe I'm innocent, I believe that my friends are innocent too. I like the woods, for my name is Juniper Woods. Justice. Apollo! Don't do this bit too, but we want to continue our investigation. Could we ask you some more questions? For my name is John Questions. Professor Means, would you like to stay and join our conversation? Yes, of course. I am your lawyer, after all. There's that smile again. Why does it always creep me out? Why did you confess? About your confession, Junie. It's not true, is it? You just said what you did because Robin had confessed on the stand, didn't you? Yes, I wasn't thinking straight. Okay. All I knew was I had to help my friend. I'm Spartacus. You mean because of that school rule? The one that says you can't graduate if you're convicted of a crime? No, I didn't do it because of some rule. I did it because he's my friend. Hey, wait a second. Phoenix Wright was convicted of a crime. And I think in a later trial, it's going to be revealed that, like, Athena was convicted of a crime when she was a baby. So it's all like, almost every lawyer here has been convicted of a crime. Like, look at fucking Edgeworth, huh? It's fucking Simon Blackwell is still serving a prison sentence. Why is there discord in her voice again? Could it really be that the friendship between the three of them is on the rocks? There's more here than meets the eye. Transgender, more than meets the eye. When did you three first become friends? Well, even though we were in different courses, we really bonded from the first day at school. We vowed to work together to bring an end to the dark age of the law. That was when our proof of friendship came about. There's that proof of friendship thing again. I just wish it were as simple as that. We even have proof of our friendship. Yeah, as long as the friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. Plus ultra! But the situation kind of changed recently, when the school's policy shifted to training legal professionals who produce results. Allow me to explain. In the lawyer course I teach, producing results means winning trials. Professor Corn, on the other hand, taught that finding the truth was the only valid result. Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students. At some point, we stopped talking about it. Well, that meant fewer arguments. It also meant we couldn't be as frank and open with each other as we used to be. We really could have used a prosecutor with a deontological approach. I think you understand now. They putting their friendship on a pedestal, they actually did more harm than good. Seems the relationship between the three of them isn't as simple as I thought. Juniper, thank you for talking to us about this difficult subject. Yeah, thanks. Junie, now, if you could tell us about the day of the murder. Junie, you told us yesterday that you went home a little after 6 p.m. Was that a lie? I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but what actually happened was I left the art room a little after 6 p.m. and headed over to my dressing room, where I worked on my stage costume until 7. That's it? You didn't go anywhere else? No, nowhere else. If that really were it, then there would be no reason to lie in the first place. He's got to be eyed something else. Junie, do you remember this picture? Yes, but something's wrong here. Wrong? What's wrong? I took this picture at around 6, which was before I left the art room. But the clock here says it's just after 7. By 7, I'd already been working in my dressing room for some time. So there's definitely something wrong with the time in this picture. I guess we'd better go check the art room. Okay, just one last question about the day of the murder. Sir. Encounter in O'Connor. On the evening before the mock trial, the evening of the murder, you ran into Hugh. Yes, I did. Is the only reason he's named Hugh O'Connor because it vaguely sounds like you're a goner. What's his name in Japanese? Probably Akira, I'll kill you. No, that doesn't make sense. Whatever. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? She suddenly went silent. She always was terrible at hiding things. Was she trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying about going home at 6 o'clock? Oh, right. I won't press the matter any further. Is there anything else you noticed on the night of the murder? Well, I don't know if this will help, but that evening I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30. Around 8:30, huh? That's over an hour after when the crime supposedly took place. That's when I noticed that both stage statues were finished. They were quite large and they were each covered with a white sheet, but I could tell. It made me happy to think that after all that hard work, they were finally finished. Oh, right. The statues that Robin made. So they were covered in white sheets? Josie, are you okay? Sorry, I'm a little tired, that's all. The fucking... Why are they all... Athena, I think this meeting is over. Professor Means? I will use any means possible to get the result I want in Juniper's case. Does that mean you're gonna throw her friends under the bus? You are, aren't you? But it will require considerable preparation, so I must be off.
Hold it!
Junie, and Professor Means, I have a proposal. A proposal? Wait, this isn't another one of your crazy by sundown today! What? Yes? I, Athena Sykes, along with Apollo Justice? Wait a second, don't drag my name into... We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery. What? And we're going to bring you solid evidence showing just what that truth is. I see. So it has come to this, has it? If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Then you shouldn't need anyone else to defend you except me. Have you got a deal? I trust that's okay with you too, Professor Means. Hey, I have no objections as long as Juniper is satisfied with this arrangement. Okay, but only if it's the real truth. I'm sorry to put you through this, Thena, but thank you. I've been thinking only of myself this whole time. Junie, it's way too early to thank me, but you can thank me all you want once I get to the bottom of this. Very well, I will see you back here at sundown. Sorry for all the trouble, Professor. It's just she's new to the agency, so... Don't be silly. I find it all rather thrilling. Now, let us meet here again later. If you'll excuse me, I'd better go. Okay, see you later. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? This is no time to be thinking about that. Got an investigation to do. I will find the truth by sundown, no matter what. Okay. Okay, hallway. Only the 3 mock trial participants could have moved the body before it started. That's why the killer must be Robin, Hugh, or Juniper. Good, recap. Right, and that means at least one of them is lying. To make matters worse, I have a feeling each one of them is hiding some sort of secret. We'll have to bring it all to light. I'm not looking forward to it, but it has to be done. Lecture hall. Snake. I remember voicing you. Themis Legal Academy. Outdoor stage. Bum, bum. Is it my imagination or does something just move? Hey, yo! Afternoon, you two. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Don't you think sneaking in onto campus like this is just slightly suspicious? I'll have you know I'm continuing my investigation in the strictest of confidence. I don't want to be caught napping again at tomorrow's trial. And that means a thorough investigation today. Think you can lend us a hand? I'm not one to refuse a damsel in distress. But you needn't have asked, Fräulein. I'm intended to help from the start. You're the best, Prosecutor Gavin. Okay, time for a thorough investigation. I bet we missed lots of stuff yesterday. Yeah. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right, but I hadn't seen this stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad. We also had some tricks up our sleeve to make the concert really rock. Pyrotechnics, a fog machine, big banners, things like that. It would have looked like this. Oh, the plans from yesterday. What's that design on the banner there in the back? I know the scales are the school emblem. What's with the number 6? It looks like it's in serious pain or something. That's a G. Athena, Ixnay on the Xa. That's the Gaviner's logo, Fräulein. Oh, a nice pig Latin hit forehead. Really smooth. Oh, I meant it looks like the number 6 rockin' seriously hard. 9, Fräulein. It's a G for Gaviner's, not a 6. Well, whatever floats your pretty boat. So, where is the banner? I don't see it anywhere on stage. It was an important part of the show, but the school managed to misplace it somehow. It's a pity. We had it specially made from heavyweight high-grade cloth. A missing banner and 2 broken statues. There are mysteries aplenty to be solved, yeah. Come to think of it, one of the broken statues was a Prosecutor Gavin. As you can see here in the stage plans, right here we have the statue of me. And right here, Herr Wright's statue. But little does that matter now, as we both lie in pieces thanks to you, Herr Forehead. What did I ever do to you? Actually, this statue broke into rather large pieces. Why don't we try to put it back together? Maybe we'll learn something new. Can I finally do another interact with the evidence minigame? I missed those from the previous games. Picking up the pieces of a shattered rock star. Achtung, that's one uber cool idea. There might even be a song in there somewhere. Yay! Let's do this! Chanel! Is this an investigation, or am I interrupting a German language club social event? Okay, now I can finally examine this box! Wait, you don't think this weird box here is... Hands off! I knew it! I'd known that voice anywhere! Let's just ignore it. I mean, it made its wishes loud and clear. So, this is the future cardboard box technology has afforded us, huh? Right, we can... Okay, let's, there's really not much of interest here. At least that's what my intuition tells me. Oh yeah, what about this? I don't know. This is fine for a rock concert, but the nighttime sky is a backdrop for a courtroom? Personally, I think it's breathtaking. I mean, speaking the truth under a starry sky, don't you think it's romantic, Fräulein? And the waning crescent moon represents the maximum 3-day trial. What? 3-day trials outdoors? Oh, thanks. If it starts raining, my hair will be ruined. When can we put the pieces back together? Come on. Wait. It's a bit too far away to get a good look. Maybe we should try a different angle. Maybe, ah, shit. Can I at least... Is the shattered... No, it's not there, and, Okay, now can I look at the dang... Nothing interest here. Ugh. This is like pulling teeth. It's a copy of the school paper with that story about the alleged love triangle. I wonder if people really waste their time reading this stuff. It's more popular than you think. What was that? I thought I heard something just now. It was the fucking box, you dumbass. You're just hearing things. It was nothing more than your ears playing tricks on you. Oh no, Prosecutor Gavin. You're a complete wreck, literally. Why in the world would someone do something like this? I don't know, but whoever did it must have felt an amazing sense of release. Can I take that as a confession here, Forehead? We all know where you want to release. Ah! What? No! I feel bad for Robin. She worked so hard on these. Let's pick up the pieces for her. Ugh, finally! You got it. Let's check every corner of the stage then, yeah. You gonna pick up those pieces? Found one. A piece of Prosecutor Gavin's shattered pride. Are you saying my pride is as fragile as plaster of Paris? It looks like there are other large pieces scattered about. Okay, let's find what we can. White fragment. Ugh. Can't take those. Oh, another piece. Found another piece of the statue, but there should still be some more. Let's leave those stone unturned. That includes the don't leave a rolling stone unturned. Okay, I don't see anything else here. Oh, wait, there's another rock. Found another piece of the statue. What else we got? Oh. Found another piece of the statue, but there should still be some more. The art pole fragments. Is that purple? Looks more like maybe maroon or mauve or well. Can I, like, examine this area? Yes, I can. The other statue Robin made. It's been smashed to bits. If there are some larger pieces, we might be able to put this one back together, too. Yeah, but all I see are itty-bitty ones. I wonder what Mr. Wright would think. If he knew we put Prosecutor Gavin's statue back together, but left his like this. We could always come back to it after the case is solved. I'll help you fix it. It's all like that broken vase from the original trilogy. You put it together, and it looks better because of the cracks. The cracks make it look better. The winner of the mock trial was to take the training seminar right here. You mean Hugh or Robin? Yeah. Besides Junior, they're the only ones who could have... Oh, you mean Hugh or Robin? Besides Junior, they're the only ones who could move freely around the campus. Before the mock trial. That means one of them must be the killer. But that's not really all enough to go on, is it? We need to talk with Juniper one more time and persuade her to give us a name. Right, and that means we have to find irrefutable evidence before the day ends. There's no time to lose, but we can't rush it either. Efficiency is the key. I'm reading this like I'm fucking being forced to read it. You can do both at the same time! You're here! Like, you'll let me zoom in on that, but not the other one? Fuck you! Who cares about this? This game is mocking me. Oh, for the love of God. This looks like another piece of the statue. Thanks, Paul. This makes 5 pieces in all. I think we have all we're going to find. Okay, let's get back to where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered. I think you might want to reword that. No, I meant what I said. Just please tell me there's gonna be a fun puzzle to assemble them together. Well, I don't see any other big pieces lying around. Yeah, let's see if we can put this statue back together. Alright, Apollo, you come over here, and Prosecutor Gavin, if you could hold this. Oh, god damn it! Can't have shit in this. Can't have shit in this game. I can't even. They won't even let me do a fun puzzle. I need enrichment. It can't just be going through a visual novel, going through the motions like fucking Jimmy Fallon interviewing the 37th same guy, laughing at everything, same old routine. Not bad if I do say so myself. Yeah, but don't you think it's strange? We put the statue back together, but look. What's with these leftover white pieces? These look like they go together. And this one too. Athena, what do you think you're doing? Don't stop me now. Yara Society wants to get out and have a good time. It was on the Justice statue. Isn't Justice supposed to be blind? So, what is it? It's the goddess of law holding a pair of scales in one hand and a sword in the other. You got all that from 3 pieces? That's quite the feat you pulled off there, Fräulein. Banek Tarski statue. Whew, I love that feeling you get after you work really hard on something. No, I knew who it was. I meant to ask what it's doing here. Not sure. There's no statue like this in the stage plans. Seriously, how did you get that from 3 tiny pieces? Still, I could have swear I've seen this statue here more before. Lady Justice, added to the court record. Again, she should have a blindfold. The more we learn, the deeper the rabbit hole goes. At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues. Now, can we put Phoenix right back together? I've been wondering about something this whole time. You know that pole at the edge of the stage? You mean this? It's a pole, not much. It has a wire that goes off and connects to something somewhere. Yeah, it does it now. The window. This wire's for hanging banners over the stage. One of the policemen who was here earlier was checking how it worked. Oh, so that's why the banner looks like it's out of place. The banners are hung and removed from the art room over there. That's the art room over there? As in the scene of the crime? Bingo, Fräulein. It's still crawling with cops, though. Hey, anyone in the art room? You! Oh, it's you people! Ha ha ha! In justice we trust! Yes. It's Detective Fulbright. In justice we trust, yes. Is that some kind of a greeting between you two? Detective Fulbright, can you lower that banner from there? Of course! Just leave it to me! How's that? Woo! Thanks, Detective. In justice we trust us. Ha ha ha! Always glad to help! In justice we trust us! So, is that some kind of greeting between you two or not? I don't know. Couldn't have said that better myself. Well, looks like the banner's down now. Let's go take a look. Couldn't have said that better myself. Ugh. Like I said, fucking Jimmy Fallon. Routine. Look at this banner. I don't think it would flap very well in the wind. An unflappable banner? Hey, I like that. An unflappable banner is what I call, it goes perfect with unflappable lawyers and unflappable rockers. It's like it was made for this very stage. Look at this. The bottom part is all knotted up. It wouldn't be the first time I saw a knotted bottom. Let me try and unravel it. Jeez, did you really have to? You don't come across an unflappable banner every day. Athena, there are some things that have to yield to forces beyond themselves. What a cruel world we live in. Cruel. Hey, a scrap of paper was caught up inside. It's blown away. I got it. Yes! Great catch, huh? Oh my god. Hugh. Looks like some kind of note. What does it say? October Hugh 120. What's that supposed to mean? A test score, maybe? Pretty impressive when you consider that 100 is a perfect score. I don't see how even Hugh can get beyond perfect. There was the extra credit question. Could have an extra credit. Fräulein, shall we inspect the banner again now that it has been unraveled? You scrap added to the court record. I know I have the other side of this other piece of this shit. This is the emblem that's on Junie's school uniform. Hey, you're right. Wait a sec. It's hard to see against the red material, but look. There's a dark red stain here, just under the emblem. This banner was on a wire connected to the art room. Right, and the art room is where the murder occurred. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? This stain might be from the victim's blood. It's like using a brown rag to clean the toilet. School banner added to the court record. Statue. This statue doesn't look anything like you or Mr. Wright. The goddess bearing scales and a sword. She's a symbol of fairness and strength. If she was a symbol of fairness, she'd be blind. But she and her symbols were shattered along with the statues of you and Mr. Wright. This is a direct challenge to the rule of law. Well, if they want to fight, they've got one. Whoa, take it down a notch, Tiger. Let's save the fighting for when we find our culprit. Phew, that was a whole lot of poking around in such a short time. Does that mean you're satisfied? Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to check out. See that metal fence back there? There's just that one segment, so it seems out of place. It looks like they were in the process of removing them after the stage was set up. But they were never able to finish on account of the murder. We should take a look if you think it could be important. This track looks man-made. Hey, you're right. And it looks like it starts from behind the backdrop. What? But the fence is also man-made. Like, what's the alternative? A fucking naturally occurring track on a naturally occurring fence? Maybe a big money pro wrestler was hiding back there. Well, that was totally random, but we'll never know until we take a look. Please laugh. Looks like something was being dragged through here. Now this is where it started. Yeah, but whatever it was, it's long gone. Must have been pretty heavy. Perhaps it was used in setting up the school festival. Ah, then I guess it wasn't a pro wrestler. Still, this could be something important. Please clap. Please clap. Please clap. Well, that's about it for the stage. Right. I think we better search the art room next. I think I'll hang around here for a while, but make sure to tell me once you find it, yeah? Yeah. Find what? What else? The governor's banner that disappeared from the stage. You never know. It just might be connected to the case at hand. Really? Or does he just want his banner back? Don't tell me. So, in short, that's... Hey. Alright. That box! It just took off ringing. I have a pretty good idea who that is, as I suspect you do too. Come on, we can't afford to have any weird articles written about us. The maintenance area is over in that direction, after that box. Miriam, you're liable to get tossed in the garbage truck if you hang around here. I'm just an empty box, and that's what you do with it. You throw them away. Hey, did you change boxes? I like the new look. Ugh. What does it matter anymore? I was a complete failure in court yesterday. Today, fuck. My work, my pride, my dreams. Everything I've worked so hard for, gone. Come to think of it, calling her a failure as a reporter might have been a bit extreme. Scold me, despise me, pack me away where I'll never see the light of day. I've been cast aside to waste away into a big pile of mushy paper mache. I kind of feel responsible for this, but now's our chance to prod her for information while she's vulnerable. Wow, Apollo, didn't know you were such a dick. You like the kind of guy who negs women so to lower their self-esteem so they'll reciprocate you a fucking scumbag. I bet that's what you were just thinking. What kind of a person do you think I am? You read me like a book. Scuttlebutt. That was you on the stage earlier, wasn't it? Why'd you run off like that? Take a look at this. Why aren't you showing me a burnt up old rag? Oh my god, it's the doo-doo rag. It used to be brown. Wait, it's really hard to see, but I think that's the governor's logo there. So, is this the banner that disappeared? It's all burned up. Don't look at me. I just happened to find it in the incinerator. Incinerator? Did Blackwell actually make good on his threat to burn her box? Oh, right, yeah. In Japanese schools, they have an incinerator. Which, like, Yandere Dev, he puts the incinerator in Yandere Simulator so you can burn your victims. And also, yeah, Yandere Dev. Yeah, this banner is sounding less and less unrelated to our case, Apollo. Burnt fragments. I'm just gonna assume I can't examine it. Because they fucking spent all the budget on the animations, none on the gameplay. Miriam, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have said you were a failure as a reporter. Too late. I already decided journalism isn't for me. The last step to erase all of the photos on my PC. I'm really going to do it. Here goes. No, don't do it! 5%. 10%. No! 4 years of my life down the drain. No, store it on a flash drive at least. Shouldn't we stop her, Athena? Miriam, you should keep publishing your paper. I didn't mean what I said, okay? You didn't mean it? Oh no, my photos. Stop. Cancel. Abort. Did you stop it in time? Deletion progress. 99% complete. There were only 2 pictures left. I mean, I'm sure you can get them back because, like, files aren't actually deleted. They're just overwritten. What are you going to do now, Athena? You owe it to her to make this right. I know. Don't worry, Miriam. Your photos may be gone, but the memory of your photographic genius will live on forever in all of our hearts. Oh, Athena. That was cringeworthy. Hey, Miriam, check this out. You took some amazing photos of the 3 of them. I'm sure they really appreciated it. Yeah, I'm sure they appreciated the photos that were helped to convict them, and the fucking photo that outed... Well, I mean, she seems happier now that she's out as a girl. Fucking... obviously. I'm the ace member of the newspaper club. The only member, in fact. That's not impressive. I know this won't make up for the photos you lost, but here are your newspapers back. Themis Herald and Themis Herald Extra return to Miriam. There's no rest for the wicked. I plan on pursuing those 3 for as long as I live. Oh, God. Miriam, why are you so obsessed with Juniper, Hugh, and Robin? Obsessed? I'm not obsessed with them. It's just, they were so close ever since their freshman year. So, well. Athena, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think that's the only explanation. Wait a second. You're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
Objection!
Oh, that's exactly what he's thinking, Miriam. You want in on their little trio. Oh, she's lonely. Can I join? How could you possibly know that? I'm sure they let you hang out with them if... I'm sure they let you hang out with them if you asked. That's one abused laptop. One abused what now? My laptop won't turn on. Never thought my life would end so soon. A mere 17 years. Now I really feel bad. Oh, I know. Miriam, we have a laptop at the office. We'd be happy to lend it to you.
You have a laptop I could use.
Sure, but on one condition. I want you to ask Junie, Hugh, and Robin if you can hang out with them.
What? Like I could ever do that.
Sorry, but that's the deal if you want to borrow a laptop.
I could ever do that.
You scare me sometimes, Athena. I like a good cop, bad cop all rolled into one. Nah, I suplex cops. I'm not one of them.
Fine, I'll do it, if that's all you want.
Yay! I'll be by later to bring you the laptop.
Well, wait. It's not like I owe you anything. But here.
Come on, I don't want this! Oh, wait. Thanks. Oh, it's a set of pictures. Looks like they're setting up the stage.
Yeah, I took them when they were putting the stage's backdrop into place.
Wow, you sure have an eye for photography. From what I can make out, anyway. 6 p.m.
These are the last 2 photos that didn't get deleted. They're all yours.
Stage setup photos.
Well, see you around, scary lawyer later.
I wonder if, like, the fact that they were the last photos is going to be relevant. Like, they were the last photos taken, so that means that they couldn't have been taken before the murder or something like that. Let's look at those photos in more detail. That was really impressive, Athena. What's next? Let me just look at this. That's the first photo. 6 p.m. 6:03 p.m. So 2 minutes apart from each other. Guy with a yellow helmet and some kind of red choker. Oh, and 2 guys with yellow helmets. Don't see blue guy. There's gotta be like a discrepancy between them, right? And I'm sure it'll become, like, I'll notice it when they talk about something, and, like, they point out, like, oh, that doesn't match the photos, or whatever. Well, I'd like to talk to Hugh or Robin, if possible. Okay, let's walk around and see if we can find them. I know where Robin might be. Art room. Oh, wow. Themis Legal Academy. 3rd floor, art room. Well, here it is, the art room where the grisly crime occurred. Let's start looking. Stop right there! This is an active crime scene. No unauthorized personnel allowed. What? Can't you make an exception? You won't even notice we're... Freeze! I don't think so. No exceptions. Now move along. Nothing to see here. He doesn't seem very accommodating this time. Let's try again later. Okay, got the maintenance area. Lecture hall. Nope. Hallway. Hey, that's Hugh over there. Hugh, we wanted a word with you, if you don't mind. If it was Mr. Wright, then sure. But you two? Meh. I knew it. There's a hint of discord in Hugh's voice. You're not getting off that easy. After all, you're a possible suspect, plus you actually confessed in court. Why aren't you in custody? Whatever. So what do you want from me? I'll make it brief. I don't have a lot of time, but I assume you don't either. About your confession today. You weren't serious about that, were you? Well, let's just say I had no choice thanks to a certain lawyer who failed to get the job done. You're the ends justify the means lawyer. Sorry, law student. So you're really prepared to take the blame for this? Not gonna happen. The voice on the tape is female, so that rules me out. Let's put it this way. You don't actually believe that ridiculous play on words, do you? Well, my confession is just like that. A means to an end. Or as we say around here. The end justifies the means. I actually do believe the voice is shouting Hugh O'Connor. Juniper's confession was quite advantageous for the real killer. But if Robin and I were actually the killer, we wouldn't have confessed. It's that simple. Even you should be capable of such reasoning, or have I overestimated you? You'll make a great lawyer someday. I mean, you seem to enjoy getting under people's skin. Could Hugh and Robin's confessions really prove their innocence instead of their guilt? This is going to take some serious thinking on my part. It sure looked like Prosecutor Blackwell was twisting your arm to testify earlier today. Is there some sort of secret he's using against you? Permission to treat this witness as hostile? Permission granted. I'm gonna shoot you in the face. That would ruin my day. You really are a rank amateur. Even if that were true, you think I'd open up to you? So, he's not denying it. That secret might be causing the discord in his voice. Then again, you have the same problem with Junie and Robin. You're just wasting your time and mine. Next question. About that meeting with Professor Court on the 23rd. Why did she want to see you? I have no intention of telling you. You'll have to force it out of me any way you can. Okay. Apollo, get the waterboarding equipment. Professor Mean strikes again. And again, Hugh is in the lawyer course. But didn't Professor Court used to say that the only good result is the truth? So why don't you drop this old charade and just tell me the truth? The truth? How can you be so sure it will help you solve this case? The truth isn't necessarily your friend, nor Juniper's for that matter. No, you're wrong! Counter. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to defend Junie the right way, using the truth. That's the only way to honor Junie's wishes and Professor Court's memory. I see. Very well, Miss Sykes. I'll testify tomorrow about that truth you're so interested in. Hugh, you can't handle the truth. Oh, you know what? It's always a murder trial, but I want to see one where it's like a military sort of trial. And you're like, I mean, I don't know if that really work, since, like, you know, Japan, the games are actually set in Japan. It's just the localized ones that are set in, like, a alternate universe in the United States, but, like, and, like, Japanese self-defense force, they are nothing like the U.S. military. U.S. military is one of a kind. I mean, I guess Russia's kind of like them, but... and the Israel's military, let's be honest. Like, they don't really do military engagements that would lead to, like, a military officer being questioned, investigated for corruption. Fuck it. Like, there was that one trial with, like, that was, like, international affairs, that kid from the fictional, Eastern Europe country. Don't look to me if something happens to Juniper because of it. Understand? What's that supposed to mean? What a terrible thing to say. I thought you guys were friends. Yes, we were. Until just recently, actually. Were. I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. Ooh. What? Why? And just as I have my secrets, she has a side you've never seen. Huh, civil law and criminal law. How is corporate law distinct from civil law? Aren't those like basically the same things? Like, it's corporations. Like, if you're gonna, like, prosecute a corporation, you don't take it to criminal court, even though you should. You take it to civil court. She has a side you'd never see. We should be able to charge corporations with crimes and, like, penalize them by subsidizing them. They did do that with Rockefeller's oil company, Standard Oil. Split it up into, I'm not gonna talk about oil. Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. What are you saying? This conversation is over. I said I don't have a lot of time, and I meant it. Hugh, wait! He's gone. He doesn't care about her anymore? Why would he say that? That didn't go so well. Guess we'll just have to pin our hopes on his testimony tomorrow. Athena, what do you say we head over to the art room? Might be a nice change of pace. Hopefully the police have completed their investigation. Alright. We don't really have much time left anyway. They split Standard Oil into multiple companies, and then those companies merged again. And, like, the most recent one is, like, ExxonMobil. Well, I could... Yeah, I don't know why I refrained from doing that. Ha ha ha! Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends again? Thanks again for lowering that school... Oh, fuck me! Thanks again for lowering that school banner for us earlier. Don't to mention it. Helping those in need is what my brand of justice is all about. Right. So, this art room was where the murder actually occurred. That's right. You can't see it with the naked eye, but there's blood on the floor. And that area roped off in the middle of the room marks the spot. And the police investigation is done, so if you want to look around, knock yourselves out. Okay, time to investigate. Are there any step ladders here? Oh shit, that reminds me. Were there step ladders here? Here. Okay, no step ladders. Yeah, worth it. Wait. No step ladder. Is that a step ladder? No. No. This place has been scarce. This game has been really scarce for step ladders and Charlie the houseplant. This is so unfair. Anyway. Is that where the body was found? Hey, this area with the rope around it. That's where we detected a large blood stain. In short, the victim was stabbed here or somewhere close by. The fact that there's no visible blood means it was wiped up with something, right? We found the victim's blood. Gross. Mop it up. Right, but we were able to detect trace amounts of blood. Merely wiping it up does not remove all evidence of wrongdoing. Oh, it was already with. They did it with with what was her name? Amy? Emma Skye. They probably did it with Emma Skye's goon detection ray. Her black light. In a nutshell, is justice, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd let me have the core lines. Not gonna happen. Isn't that a mock trial script? Actually, there's a whole bunch of them here. Let's see. It looks like everyone from the judge course submitted one. The victim, Constance Court, was the Fine Arts Club's advisor. So she probably spent a lot of time up here in addition to her other duties. This isn't where I'd keep a bunch of scripts, but I'd wager that's how they wound up here. Poor stressed out overworked Professor Court. I know exactly how that feels. You must be, because your desk always looks like a tornado hit it. You don't want to talk, Apollo. Me? What about Mr. Wright? Maybe we should rename the firm Wright Stuff All Over the Place Agency. Look at that envelope. A mock trial script on the floor, and nearby an envelope marked Use. I wonder if Miriam's script was ever really inside that envelope. Let's see here, by Miriam Scuttlebutt. And the title is Rouge et Noir. Red and Black. Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. I wouldn't take part in that mock trial if she begged me. It says there are special rules allowing the payment of bribes while court is adjourned. Oh, and you can bring up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence. It also says, welcome to the darkest mock trial ever where the end justifies the means. The prosecution claims this is the script that was supposed to have been used. But the scripts were selected by Professor Court. Considering how much she valued the truth, I seriously doubt she'd pick up a script entitled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. Wow, you have that title memorized already? Okay, so I guess that's not important enough to be considered evidence. Kinda looks like there's a prosecutor's badge at the top of this statue. But it's not if you look real close. Another strange, difficult to understand work of art. Oh, look, it has a title. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Heh, real creative. Art. Either it's too abstract to understand or as subtle as a sledgehammer. Ugh. I like conceptual art because it pisses off the fascists. And yes, that includes conceptual AI art. Like, seriously, any criticisms of AI art I've seen are basically can be lobbied at any non-conventional art, including dadaism and conceptual art, which tends to be the type of art targeted by fascists, like oh, it's wasting water and electricity. Well, hey, who's to say Marcel Duchamp's Fountain, where she just like wrote a signature on a toilet, who say that isn't a waste of toilet? Or it's ugly. So is that one piece of art that's just the artist's poop in a can. Whatever, I don't fucking know. It's theft. Lots of arts are derivative of other arts. Lots of arts steal from other art. That's how it works, bro. As long as it's transformative, as in, like, it's something inherently different from whatever it takes from, then you can't really call it plagiarism. Look, a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it. And I bet it won't last long, not with the way she deals with her own work anyway. Yeah, it seems like such a waste. I mean, this one already has some color on it. It looks just like bloodstains, the way the glaze was dribbled onto it. I just like... bloodstains? In justice we trust us. That does look like bloodstains. We'd better examine it at once. I get it. The victim was stabbed in the middle of the room where the big bloodstain is. And then brought over here, at which point some of her blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body very well could have been dropped from this window. In the mock trial script, the body was dropped onto a mat. Then a ball cart was used to move it over the stage. The maintenance area is below this room, and the storehouse there has a mat and ball cart. Why do we need PE in law school? So even the movement of the body was carried out just like in the script. The killer sure had a thing for Junie's script. Well, what did you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place. Well, you're wrong, and I'm going to prove it in court. Okay. Looks like a portrait of Junie. A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, there's the artist's name right here. C. Court. Well, Professor Court must have painted this. So is this what they consider art? I really don't get it. I'm sure I've seen this girl before. It's Junie. There's an air of fragility about her. It's Junie. Now those pity-inducing eyes. It's Junie. Who is this again? It's Junie. Her name's on the tip of my tongue. Junie. You suck. 3 busts sitting on a shelf. A judge, a defendant, and either a lawyer or a prosecutor. The bearded one must be the judge, and the bummed-out looking one the defendant. Look, there's another one that's fallen out of the floor. I wonder which one fell, the lawyer or the prosecutor. Think, Apollo, think. This could tell us how tomorrow's trial will go. I'll just wait for tomorrow's horoscopes, thanks. If this actually turns out to be like an important clue, like if that actually is like ends up being foreshadowing, it's all over, right? A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, there's the artist's name right here. R. Newman. Well, Robin must have painted this. Is this Juniper? The clothes are different, but... Oh, look! Here's a piece of paper stuck to the back. Let's see what it says. Completely lacks Professor Court's artistry. Must keep practicing. Robin. I think this is plenty good myself. Artists always hate their own art. I hate my own videos. I wonder how it would have looked like if Professor Court had painted Juniper. I bet it would have been really artistic looking.
You're doing this on purpose.
This is the clock that created that major problem for Junie. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, maybe it's broken. Don't waste your time. I've checked it, and it is 100% accurate. Clock can't be 100% accurate. That's not possible. You're sure? How'd you check it? Of course I'm sure. I've compared it to my own watch. See? Detective Fulbright, didn't you notice that your watch had stopped? It has? This is unacceptable. We obviously can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves. Let's see. Wait a second. It's ahead by 1 whole hour. Well, Detective? But this clock must have also been an hour ahead when this photo was taken. So that would fit perfectly with Junie's testimony. Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I almost feel sorry for the detective. Almost. You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face. Wait, just 1 minute! The clock is an hour ahead right now, sure. But what proof do you have that it was running ahead on the day of the crime? That's a good question. Wait, I think I just might have something. The position of the stars. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there is a moon outside this window, right? Sure, a nice crescent one, like something out of a picture book. But if you look out that window in the back with the winch attached to it, you'll see that the only view to be had is the opposite side of the school building. Oof, then what's this moon doing here? I wonder. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? It's the backdrop. With starry sky and big crescent moon. Isn't this the same one painted on the stage backdrop? The proof's right here, Detective. This shows it was 6 p.m. when the photo was taken. Oh, yeah. I know what this moon really is, and if you look at this photo, you'll know too. This shows where that moon in the photo came from, and the truth of Junie's testimony. What? Where? Where does it show that? If you look right here, it will all become crystal clear. Oh, wait, what about the other ones? Oh, shit. But I don't see the moon here in this. Oh, it's this one. They were still prepping the stage, so its backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in the process of moving the backdrop into position. I can see that. That's the big board hanging here. The size matches too. But there's no picture. That's a crucial detail. It is, but I believe what we're seeing in this photo is the back of the board. The back of the... that's right. And at around 6 p.m. when this was taken, a photo of that same board was being taken from the front. What do you mean on the front? The front is against the wall! That's where you're wrong. What about the window? Remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo? Take a good look. Are you suggesting the moon is the one on the backdrop? Exactly. In short, this photo was taken while the backdrop was being moved. And as you can see here, it was around 6 when the backdrop was being set in place. So the art clock was running at fast as far back as the day of the murder. Well, I don't think running fast is the same is accurate. It's running at the same rate as a regular clock. It's just 1 hour delay. It's just 1 hour ahead. Like 2 runners moving at the same speed, but one is in first. But the one in first place isn't faster. They're at the same speed. It's just ahead of the other runner. How can I ever face Prosecutor Blackwell now? Yes, I just blew a hole in a piece of the prosecution's evidence. You're so gonna get a salary cut, brother. Hey, look. That's you on this mobile Apollo. Korea Demon. Alright, Demon. Looks more like a snake curled around a bush to me. Just like my No, see, it's the antenna and the yellow spots on its back. Anyone can see it's a ladybug. I guess I'll have to agree to disagree. It looks to me like a rabbit in a snowstorm. Fine, we can investigate this further at a later date. Agreed?
Okay, let's do that. You okay with that, Athena? I really regret bringing this up. Yeah. Hey, it's gone. Remember that strange statue in the school camera photo? That's the Justice statue, and Athena rearranged it to a actual Justice. What the fuck? You're right. Wonder where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she could shed some light on this. I can find it. The winch. Some wire and a winch. So this is how they reeled the banners in and out. There's a nice view of the stage from here. Prosecutor Gavin is still standing in front of that broken statue. So it really wasn't you, Apollo? Don't worry, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone. I'll never clear my name unless we catch the real culprit. Alright, guess that about wraps up all the important stuff. So, now let's just move. Hallway. Nope. Nope! Oh, fuck me. Oh, okay, so I just had to talk to the detective. So, what's the major breakthrough you mentioned? You want to know? You really want to know? You really... Come on, just tell us already. Aw, you're no fun. Anywho, we got the results of the voice print analysis back. Voice print? You mean for this tape recorder? Exactly. The voice belongs to the suspect Miss Woods, beyond a shadow of a doubt. See right here, they analyzed the voice on the tape inside and out. Voice print analysis added to the court record. The results of the voice analysis performed. And you thought the voice on the tape was saying Hugh O'Connor. I mean, it still could have been saying Hugh O'Connor. Thanks for the good laugh, Miss Sykes. He's the last person I want laughing at me. So now there's evidence of Juniper shouting "You're a goner" around the time death. I can't stop yawning. I hate yawning. It ruins everything. If we were to take this as truth, how are we supposed to make sense of it? I don't know. I can't think of any reason why Junior would shout that in the first place. Well, I think we've examined pretty much everything we can. By the way, did Prosecutor Blackpool happen to tell you anything about tomorrow's trial? In justice we trust us. It's no use trying to pry more information out of me. Having just learned that the clock had been 1 hour fast, means we're back to square one concerning the suspect's actions that day. I wonder what the main argument will be about now. How the body was moved would be my guess, but Prosecutor Blackwell's got his own plans. Oh, does he now? Detective Fulbright. Try as you might, I won't say another word about the investigation. No, I wasn't going to ask about that. I was just wondering if you'd seen Robin. Oh, you mean Miss Robin Newman? She was just here just a moment ago, and she mumbled something about watching videos in the lecture hall. Video? What video? Videos, plural. Thanks, Detective. Athena, I think we should stop by the lecture hall. Right, let's go. Ugh. There she is. Robin. Hey, Robin. Oh, Athena, Apollo. What are you watching there? Oh, it just so happens to be a video with a mock trial. I had to use a bit of coercion to get it, but you gotta justify the means, right? There it is again. Professor Mean sure has a lot of influence around here. I thought you were on the other side. Did you care to look into the true connection between the murder and the mock trial with me? Sounds great, but do you mind if I ask you some questions first? Sure. I'll tell you anything you want. Why did you confess? About your confession today, why'd you do it? Because Juniper hasn't done anything wrong. I had to stop the trial by any means possible. Alright. The end justifies the means. So you're a follow Professor Means too? Professor Means is a wonderful teacher, as with Professor Court. I like them both. She brushed that one off like a pro. But with that style of justice, you run the risk of breaking the law. Well, I'm prepared to quit school because of this case. What? Why? I want to be an artist. That's what I really want, man. But no, my parents forced me to study to become a prosecutor. But if the trial went south, you'd have to drop out and give up on being a prosecutor. That's what you're really after, isn't it? Talk about someone who literally changes at the bat of an eyelash. I guess she's been dealing with her own problems too. That totally makes sense. Yeah, I suppose so, but that doesn't make what she did right. Could you tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder? Finishing a statue. I was on the stage until the last bell. That's right. You made the statues of Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you? Oh, yes I did. Both of them. Damn sounds true. This is just a formality, but can you prove you were making the statues at that time? Can I prove it? You think I'm the killer now? No, that's not what I meant. Both Hugh and Robin were still at school after 7 p.m. But neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing. Could one of them really have murdered Professor Court? Have there been any problems now that everyone here knows you're a girl? No worries out there. I discussed the matter with Professor Court some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I was really a girl. And just today I found out that she spoke with the school administration on my behalf. Well, if you're okay with that, well, they must really like you. I know, right? But now I can finally be myself here at school. I don't have to hide the fact that I love girly clothes. That's why I simply must have this. And this by any means possible. What? This is evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, but no can do. Don't be a worry pooper, Athena. Come on, please, please. Stage costume related evidence taken in class again justifies the mean style. Oh, darn it! Anyway, thank you again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I wanted everyone to know before the snitch found out. The what? Sounds like a new lead. There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do. Our activities, our relationships, our interests. And reporting it all to one of the professors. But why would anyone do that? Officially, her is to seek out misconduct among the student body. Well, rumor has it grades were being bought and sold through this surveillance network. That's bribery! The situation at Themis Legal Academy is worse than I thought. I think it was. Snake Girl. Well, all this is important stuff. I still want to ask about that thing in the art room. I'll have to present some evidence to show her what I'm talking about, though. Present. Oh, right, oh, shit. Why didn't you take a picture of it or something? Why didn't you take... What was it? What was that thing? That's my blood, sweat, and tears in a pile of rubber right there. Why not make the statues again? I'm sure the two of them would be delighted. Yeah, I could totally do that. And this time, I'm gonna make them even more realistic. I'm making full-body molds of my models. Full-body molds? Are you sure that's safe? How about plain old measurements? Oh, Athena, measurements are for wimps. Full-on YOLO is...
What art's all about?
I'm gonna drop both of them in a big pool of plaster.
Yeah, I know I should stop you, but some part of me really wants to see how this plays out. Okay, well if that ain't it, burnt remains.
Oh, Lady Justice! That's so cute!
You think this is cute?
Yeah, totally. The balance of the scales, the keenness of the sword, the cracks running all the way up.
That last one's only because they put it back together.
Ooh, I totally know what you mean. It's that feeling you get when something is so cute, you just want to smash it to bits, right? Yeah.
Sorry, but that sounds more like a case of the crazy than a fondness for the cute. But that wasn't it. But... do I need to take the fucking... This photo shows a piece of art on the table. Do you know what it is?
Oh, look at that unique artistic sense. That has to be one of Professor Quart's creations, man.
Professor Quart's artistic sense? Ooh, wow.
Professor Quart's artistic sense. That's a tough one. I'd say it's avant-garde and very eclectic.
In other words, it's weird and all over the place. Come to think of it, that strange-looking painting in the art room was one of Professor Quart's works, wasn't it?
The statue in that photo was originally a statue of Lady Justice.
Lady Justice?
Professor Quart had planned on placing it on the jungle's bench in the lecture hall. But the day before the mock trial, it broke when she was polishing it. She said she'd take it back to the art room and try and fix it somehow.
So this is the statue in its proper shape.
You bet. Just look at that wild silhouette. Wow, it's so cute.
I don't get it. Do you have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this? Athena. The Lady Justice that you put back together on that stage. Oh, right. I didn't realize before because it was in pieces, but before it was smashed, maybe it didn't look like Lady Justice, but more like it does in the photo. But what in the world was it doing on the stage? Well, I think that about covers it.
Okay, then, how about watching the mock trial video with me? What do you say?
Sure, sounds good to me. How do you want to watch it?
All classroom desks at this school have their own built-in computer, you know.
Wow, this place is definitely a lot cushier than I thought. Where did you go to law school?
I know you guys are in a hurry, so I'll just fast forward to the important parts. Let's start with the professor's pre-trial speech.
Oh, that sounds like Professor Means. Oh! There's a camera like this the whole time? Yeah, it's in a fixed position in front of the...
It's in a fixed position in front of the stage.
How come teachers' speeches always make me so sleepy? You're not the only one.
Let's just skip to the end of the speech.
I can't wait for lunch. Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot? Looks to me like she cut right in front of the camera. Do you not know how perspective works, Athena?
Juniper was also in charge of the audio.
Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself. 2 parts, I should add.
She had to do it to keep the script details secret. She was all over the place that day. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music.
Oh, so this is what the lecture hall looks like. Looks like there's a judge's bench back by the screen and a witness stand up front. What about those balconies with the professors' names on them? Those are the faculty seats. Professor Means and Professor Court were in charge of scoring the mock trial. Lecturer.
Okay, let's fast forward to this a bit. thought you said there were only like 3 people here.
Ah, that was me. Could you tell? Oh.
You read that line in the mock trial, Apollo, but you made it sound kind of weird. Cut me some slack. It was my first time reading that script.
I think Juniper's gonna speak next.
Wow, what an emotional performance. She'd put a real actress to shame. Wait, could you go back and play that scene again? You really think that's necessary? Stop, did you hear that? I think you're onto something. Let's play that last part again.
I don't follow. What are you guys so excited about?
Ugh. 1 second.
I took a long break. You know, had some food, took a nap, took a dump. But the point is, now I am way more fit to finish the rest of this chapter, which hopefully shouldn't be long. I think this piece of evidence should explain it. Time to show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard to the case, and just in case I accidentally forgot to read a bit, there's the text. It was like hours for me, but for you it'll be no time at all, thanks to video editing magic. It's my attorney badge. That's it.
That's it. That's it. I don't see the connection.
Oh, right. What was the connection again?
Come on, Athena. I know you don't.
Do you? Really? That voice shouting, "You're a goner," has come up over and over again. Time to show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard to the case. Oh, right. It's the slip of paper. What? What? The voice? But I thought we already went through... Whatever. Let's look at the record. Just... Because the point was we needed to show new evidence that was like, what does it say? It says, that voice shouting, "You're a goner," has come up over and over again. Time to show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard to the case. And this evidence, it says, a woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner," and it was presented on the first day of the trial. We didn't get that evidence today. It said a piece of evidence... Okay, well, it doesn't say evidence we just got, but still, everyone should already know about this evidence. What the hell? I'm sure you remember this. It contains a female voice shouting a violent threat. I'll play it for you. "You're a goner."
The voices and performance do sound similar, but I can't believe this is happening.
It's just a possibility, but if the voice on this tape is really a recording, one made from the mock trial video, then that means this evidence was fabricated. Oh. They didn't get to do a voice print analysis in time for court today. That's why the gender of the voice became so important. And if the real killer had foreseen that gender would become key in today's trial, he would have tried to deflect attention away from himself by making the suspect female. So basically, the only one with something to gain from doing this is our sole male suspect. Oh, wait a second. No way! But like until today, nobody knew who. No, but until today, nobody knew that Newman was a girl. So hey, she could still be a suspect. Who fucking knows? So it makes perfect sense that a student who took those words to heart would fabricate evidence. We need to get that tape analyzed as soon as possible. Well, it's nice to see this done by a defense attorney for a change. That one time Phoenix got bamboozled into using false evidence, that doesn't count. I still don't get, like, shouldn't that count as entrapment? Like, he wouldn't have used it if he knew it was fake. I guess entrapment laws don't exist. Well, there's lots of protections for defendants that don't exist in the U.S. Attorney universe. I don't know why I'm acting surprised by that.
Allow me to understand.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be the other guy, the Aristotle. Prosecutor Gavin, at least make some kind of noise so we know you're there. Yeah, do air guitar. It's go big or go home with rockstar interests, Fräulein. Timing is everything. Let me make you a copy of that tape right now, and I'll get you the results as soon as I can. I trust that would be alright. Very much so. Thanks. Hey, can we play as Claver in the next game? Well, Athena, it's almost sundown. Isn't it about time we head over to the detention center? I think Junie will agree that this is something that could prove her innocence. But will her heart really be open to accepting it? She had to have known this was what I'd find. I still think it was either Professor Means or the Snake Girl. Solid Snake. Or maybe it was a suicide? Or like an accident, and then someone, like, they didn't want to be implicated, so they covered it up so that no one would suspect them. I don't fucking know. And that about covers the main gist of our investigation.
I see. Very interesting. You've been quite the busy beaver today. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman.
Thank you for all your hard work, Athena. Well, my time's about up, and it will be getting dark soon, so... Junie! You must be tired after being on your feet all day. You should go home and... No, wait! You have to listen to me! I don't want to hear anymore. I know what you're going to say, Athena. Junie, you promised. Yes, Warden, if you will, replay that tape. Guard? I don't know. Guard, if you can play back the recording to show that she did in fact say that. So please just listen to what I have to say. Once you've heard me out, I'll let you decide what to do. The voice in this recording has been proven to be yours, Junie. And in the mock trial video, we can hear you reading your line from the script. We're having both of them analyzed now, but from what I can tell, the voices are the same. And the only one who'd benefit from faking the voice recording would be Hugh. But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, Hugh confessed in order to protect me. This may sound strange, but his confession is a ploy to make himself look less suspicious. Reverse psychology. The oldest trick in the book. In other words, he was just pretending to protect you. Besides, his confession came after you and Robin had already confessed. Guys, am I right? If he hadn't confessed right then as well, wouldn't that have seemed a little suspicious? Yeah, say what you will, Athena, but none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. He was a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble. You could not say wouldn't hurt a fly about me. I hate flies. But then again, most people are willing to hurt flies, which is why it's like, you know, the exception proving the rule, or in this case it's the other way, like the exception proves the rule. Like that's an expression, wouldn't hurt a fly, shows that being willing to hurt a fly is the norm. So it's not that weird. It's not that atypical for someone to be willing to hurt a fly, but it is atypical for someone to not be willing to hurt even a fly. Wait, Athena, my bracelet reacted just now. It did? But why? Junie, can you look me in the eye and repeat what you just said? Oh, none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. Hugh was a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble. Wait a minute. She's lying. One of you did hurt a fly. You hurt a fly? Now I'm sure of it. She's lying. All right. Time. Okay. I'm not doubtful about that part, at least not yet. I'm going to focus on never causes trouble. I think that is definitely the part that is a lie. Never causes... Stop. It's her scarf. Her scarf is twitching.
Gotcha.
Juniper, you start coughing when you're under stress. Oh. I'm still... You can't hide it from me no matter how hard you try. When you said, and never causes trouble, cough escaped and made your scarf flutter. Hey! As for why you were stressed, it's because you were lying. This is way better than L.A. Noire. Beat this, David Cage. Did David Cage do L.A. Noire? I don't know. Seems like a David Cage thing. Junie, you're trying to hide Hugh's connection to this case, aren't you? And I believe that also ties into a secret about yourself. You know, those fucking games where you, like, read people's facial expressions, fucking Detroit Become Human, L.A. Noire, that would make for a good Death Note game. Actually, they would have to be, like, realistic faces, so we'd have to do the fucking one of the live-action adaptations. And chances are it'd be the Netflix adaptation. A secret about me? I don't understand. I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. He ended their friendship after he found out about Juniper's secret, which means he must have felt betrayed by Junie, making her the snitch. You were Professor Court's snitch, weren't you? There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do, our activities, our relationships, our interests, and reporting it to one of the professors. And while fulfilling that role, you learned something about Hugh you'd rather forget. I don't know what you're talking about. Junie, please, stop hiding things from me. I hate having to force things out of you like this. Looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Time to review the evidence and see if I can't prove my hypothesis. Must have something that proves Junie's the snitch and Hugh's connection to the case. Let's see. Team report, speak with Hugh O'Connor. Meet with Hugh about that report yesterday. Prepare for mock trial. Meet with Mr. Wright. Oh! This, something involving Hugh. So it is definitely something to do. Proves Junie's the snitch and Hugh's connection to the case. So I gotta prove both of those with one piece of evidence? Your Oregonian belong to Juice and Village. Voice is a perfect match. Testing is on the radar regarding the science of post-recording editing. The tape has about 10 minutes and 35 seconds of noise requiring further testing. It is definitely something involved with Hugh. Is it this? Right here in Professor Court's plan. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Vector. Solving crimes with direction and magnitude. Right here in Professor Court's planner, it says routine report. You know, we never actually see Vector die, and like in the end, he has a little space helmet and he's on the moon and he looks around, realizes he's on the moon and he goes, oh poop. So hey, Despicable Me 4. I think they already did 4. Despicable Me 5. Did they do 4? Probably. Despicable Me 5, 4.5. Vector. No. He's too good for the Despicable Me franchise. He teams up with Mega Man. I believe this is meant to mean when a snitch would report in to Professor Court. I also believe Professor Court had planned to meet Hugh in private based on the snitch's info. And from their meeting, Hugh must have put 2 and 2 together and figured out your secret. So you see, that all makes sense only if you're the snitch, Junie. Oh, great. You made her cry, Athena. Great going. Wow. Wow, you're real hero. You're a real hero. Forgive me, Athena. I've been lying to you this whole time. The truth is, I suspected you from the start. You did? Now this is surprising. I'm so sorry. I've talked about friendship so much, but I've been a terrible friend. Juniper, I don't have that special kind of hearing that Athena does. But I don't need it to sense the pain you're feeling inside. and its intensity is directly proportional to how you feel about your friend. Am I right?
Follow.
Please, Junie, tell me why you suspected Hugh. I have a feeling that will be the key to getting to the bottom of this whole case. What exactly was your role as class snitch?
Professor Court had told me how Academy alumni had strayed from the path of justice. The dark age of the law, huh? She didn't want any more of our students going astray like that, but few others at the Academy shared her view.
I thought her ideas were beautiful, though sad and unrealistic.
I mean, she asked you to be your eyes and ears, didn't she?
I used to report to her once a month about any wrongdoings I'd seen or heard about.
And that report session in her planner, the one from October 22nd, was a part of that?
Yes, that's when I reported Hugh to Professor Court.
She snitched on her own friend? Oh, this is getting good. What do your reports say, bro?
I had accidentally overheard Hugh talking.
What did you hear?
He was talking to someone on the phone. I think it was one of his parents.
What were they talking about?
Something about having paid money for good test scores. I only overheard him talking, so I never did find out who the money was going to.
What? That's bribery! He was buying his way through school. And if that's the case, then that evidence that always seemed out of place might actually be about his secret.
Take that!
We found this while we were investigating the stage. It's got Hugh's name on it. I didn't know what the number meant at the time, but now that I'm hearing about bribes, it must mean that a bribe of 120 grand was to be paid in October. What's more, take a look at this mark. The same mark is on the pages of Professor Court's planner. Hey, you're right.
Wait, but why would Professor Court have that kind of information in her planner? You don't really think the person who was taking the bribe money was...
It's just a possibility at this point, but it may indeed have been Professor Court.
But
That's antithetical to her philosophy.
That is impossible. She'd be the last person I'd ever suspect of accepting bribes.
Yeah, like I said, it's just a possibility, but a rather good one. Hey, everyone's morality has a price. Maybe the private talk had to do with the possibility of the bribery being exposed. And what started out as a little argument soon got out of hand. It's not your fault, Junie. Anybody would have suspected Hugh if they knew what you knew.
no, I don't believe that alone would have driven him to murder. There's another reason why I suspected Hugh.
You've got to be kidding me. There's another reason? I saw Hugh around 7 p.m., the day before the mock trial. Oh, so she's finally ready to talk about that.
When I saw him, his oh, Dina.
Junie, are you alright?
Just try to relax and tell me what happened.
Oh, hell yeah,
I
cutscene.
never wanted to see what I did. But I'll have to live with it, won't I? In that hallway. His hands. His hands were dripping with blood.
Top this, Danganronpa. His hands were dripping with blood. What? But why?
What am I going to do? Deep down, I know Hugh can't be the killer. But my mind keeps telling me he is, no matter how hard I try to convince myself he isn't. Oh, what am I going to do? Hugh, he's... I can't take this anymore. Yeah.
So she hid the fact that she had seen Hugh and said she went home at 6 because she wanted to avoid talking about what she saw.
Junie, it must have been terrible holding all that in. But it's going to be okay. I'll get to the bottom of this. And that's my promise, from one good friend to another.
I'll be defending Juniper tomorrow.
If that's okay with you, Professor Means.
My main concern is whether you can defeat that prosecutor. But I won't try to stop you. I will be watching from the gallery. And shall look forward to seeing what sort of results your methods can produce.
Okay, my prediction, if he isn't the real killer, which might seem less likely, I don't know, maybe. If he's not the killer, it's going to end with him, like, going like, I will honor Professor Court's memory by changing my philosophy to being about the means instead of the ends. Prioritizing the means. And like, unless we find another male character, or it's just, or they just play it straight, then that Hugh really is the killer. I'm still suspecting this wiener. Good luck, tomorrow.
Now, if you would excuse me, I gotta go argue with my brother about space blankets.
Mina, I'm sorry. I really mean it. I wish I had trusted you from the start. You have to uncover the truth tomorrow. I know you can do it. Don't worry. We already know that the prosecution's key piece of evidence is a fake. And thanks to you, we figured out the motive, too. Let's give this our best shot, Athena. Let tomorrow be the day Juniper walks free. And, you know, I could use the fact that it's fake evidence as, like, an argument to, like, attack the prosecution's character, make everyone question his credibility, and get his license revoked. But I wouldn't do that, because I'm not a fucking scumbag, low-life, miserable piece of shit excuse for a lawyer, Gavin. Not Clavier Gavin, the other Gavin. I wouldn't have it any other way. We should be all ready now. What could possibly go wrong this time? What could possibly go wrong? Still, there's this strange, uneasy feeling I can't shake. I'd better be imagining it. Ugh. Gotta fart.